There is an internationally accepted cardinal vowel system developed by Daniel Jones, introduced by Bell. Cardinal vowels. The term was introduced by A. M. Bell, but the concept later was developed and associated by Daniel Jones. There are two types of cardinal vowels, primary and secondary. Primary cardinal vowels and secondary cardinal vowels. Why did they develop cardinal vowel system? Linguistic inquiry to identify vowel area and to fix each possible articulation of vowel led them to the concept of cardinal vowel system. This is the diagram, or we can say internationally accepted or widely accepted cardinal vowel diagram developed by Daniel Jones. If you look, you will get the X-ray shape of tongue, their front, central and back of the tongue position, then close, half open and open. 4 plus 4, 8 vowels are there outside. Uh, 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 uh. But we can't pronounce it as it is. There are different variations in the quality of pronunciation of these cardinal vowels. But understand that this is or these are the cardinal vowels starting from a second a uh, 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 uh. These are the 8 cardinal vowels or primary cardinal vowels. Now we can define cardinal vowels. What do you mean by cardinal vowels? Cardinal vowels are a set of reference vowels. Reference. This term is very important. Reference vowels used by phoneticians in describing the sounds of language. They are classified depending on the position of the tongue relative to the roof of the mouth that we had discussed at the beginning of vowel sounds. How far forward or how far backward is the highest point of the tongue and the position of the lips, either rounded or unrounded. So here we got the idea what are cardinal vowels and why are they classified. How are they classified? They are classified depending on the position of the tongue relative compared to the roof of the mouth. How far forward or how far backward is the highest point of the tongue and the position of the lips, either rounded or unrounded. We can simplify the definition like this. A cardinal vowel is a vowel sound produced when the tongue is in an extreme position, front, extreme position of front, closest, for example, closest position. So when the tongue is in an extreme position, either front or back, or high or low, these are the positions of cardinal vowels. The current system was systemized, as we mentioned earlier, by Daniel Jones in the early 20th century, but the idea goes back to the earlier phoneticians, notably Ellis and Bell. The idea of cardinal vowels derived from or came from emerged from these two phoneticians, Ellis and Bell. But this system was systemized, developed by Daniel Jones. This is a simple definition with their authors, with its authors. Cardinal vowels are not vowels of any particular language, but a measuring system with which we can measure the vowel system of any language. Now we got the idea that cardinal vowels are fixed and unchanging reference points. Keep it in your mind. These vowels are fixed and unchanging reference points. Reference points established within the total range of the vowel quality to which any other vowel sound can be related. Any other vowel sounds can be associated with this cardinal boundary. 8 primary cardinal vowels form the core of the system. There are two types of cardinal vowels, elementary and secondary. But 8 primary or elementary cardinal vowels form the core of the total system. They are not actual vowels belonging to any particular language. Keep it in your mind. They are, or these cardinal vowels are not actual vowels, only reference points belonging to any particular language. Now we talk about the acoustic qualities of cardinal vowels. If a person knows the position of cardinal number 1 and number 2, he can easily identify another sound whose position falls somewhere in between 1 and 2. This is the area, boundary level. Within that boundary, some other vowel sound will emerge from. That is why. So we can say that it's only referential points or reference points where one can understand the possible articulations of other vowel sounds. But consonant sounds can be acquired by direct attention to the muscular sensation. We can feel by muscular sensation of consonant sounds. But the learning of vowels requires greater attention to the acoustic qualities of sounds. ശബ്ദശാസ്ത്ര സംബന്ധമായ മൈന്യൂട്ട് പോയിന്റ് അറിഞ്ഞവർക്ക് മാത്രമേ വവൽ സൗണ്ടുകൾ അതിൻ്റെ യഥാർത്ഥ ഒറിജിനൽ പൊസിഷൻസ് കണ്ടെത്താൻ പറ്റും. ഈ കാർഡിനൽ വവൽ സിസ്റ്റം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഇങ്ങനെ വവലുകളുടെ ഏകദേശം പോസിബിൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ആർട്ടിക്കുലേറ്റിംഗ് പൊസിഷൻസ് കണ്ടെത്താനുള്ള ഒരു ബൗണ്ടറി ലെവൽ മാത്രമാണ്. If we pronounce it, sometimes we will be also falling down. So this is about our cardinal vowels. Now here you can see widely accepted cardinal vowel diagram. There you can see first position E here. E. Second one, fourth one now. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. The number 5, backside. The articulating positions of these vowels. This is the boundary of producing or pronouncing other vowel sounds. But in between you can see the pure vowels. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 pure vowels. This is the area that we had discussed in the former video lesson. If the tongue is raised any further forward or any higher from this position, that means position of cardinal vowels, a frictional noise will be produced. That time it cannot be vowel sound. That's the limitation of this cardinal boundary. Now we can introduce with the 8 primary cardinal vowels, its position. First one, the greatest degree of closeness and friendliness. Cardinal number 1, front, close, unrounded. Front of the tongue, close, unrounded, very near to the roof of the mouth, and the position of the tongue is unrounded. Cardinal vowel number 2, front of the tongue, half close, unrounded, not too close to the roof of the mouth, that is half close, and the position of the tongue is unrounded. Cardinal vowel number 3, front half open, unrounded. Cardinal vowel number 4, front open, unrounded. Now the other side. Cardinal vowel number 5, back open, unrounded. The position of the tongue as lips is unrounded. Cardinal vowel number 6, back half open, rounded. It's a rounded position. Cardinal vowel number 7, back half close, rounded. Cardinal vowel number 8, back open, rounded. Look here, O, rounded. 7, O, rounded. Number 6, rounded, O. But 5, unrounded, A. Fourth, unrounded. Third, unrounded. Second, unrounded. First, unrounded. This comes from front close. Second one, front half close. Third one, front half open. Fourth one, front open. Fifth one, back open. Sixth one, back half open. Seventh one, back half close. Eighth one, back open. Now we can talk about the boundary level. Within this boundary, all other vowel sounds occur. Number 1, closest and friendest. We talked close, friend. So then it's the closest, extreme end, and friendest, extreme position. Number 4, openest and friendest, extreme point of articulation. Number 5, openest and backest, superlative degrees are used. Number 8, closest and backest. The tongue positions of all vowel sounds will be within this boundary. It can be called cardinal vowel boundary. The secondary cardinal vowels derived from the 8 primary cardinal vowels that we discussed now. If you look at the chart, you can easily understand after these 8 primary cardinal vowels, we have other sounds. Number 9 onwards. Look here, close, front, rounded vowel. Close, mid-front, rounded vowel. Open, mid-front, rounded vowel. We don't know how to pronounce it, that's why our sound variation will be very different from native speakers of English. Open front, rounded vowel. Open back, rounded vowel. Open mid-back, unrounded vowel. Close mid-back, unrounded vowel. Close back, unrounded vowel. Close central, unrounded vowel. And close central, rounded vowel. These are called secondary cardinal vowels.